on the governor. They are calling on our FCT minister, who is helping Mr. President in Abuja, and making it look like it's a problem between the FCT minister and the governor. It is not FCT minister and the governor. It is the governor and the constitution. The governor is a threat to our democracy. It is better we all resign and leave the governor and those he wants to use to defraud Rivers people. We cannot continue to allow this to happen. We sit here, elected people, and we cannot follow, we cannot enforce the constitution. Then why are we here? Why are we sitting here? Why were we elected? For how long are we going to allow this to happen? Distinguished colleagues, enough is enough. If they want us to forget the legislature, we leave the legislature. Let only the governor and the deputy governor spend as they like and eat our money and do as they like. Why were we elected? Why do we have the legislature? Why can't we be allowed to do our job? Distinguished colleagues, I thank you for your contributions. We will follow this impeachment process through.
Give it to President Tinubu. That man is a master strategist. Like I was saying the other day when Mr. Tonya Cole was here, I said the reason why when Mr. Wike wanted to impeach Fubara, President Tinubu intervened and probably gave him a leeway was so that he will have options. And his options have come home. So now, Fubara has joined the APC. The APC top apparatchik have closed rank with him. You can see the chairman of the party saying the other day that he's our man. Then Bolaji Bashir is saying, Wike, you're not even a member of the APC. And you see, that's why politicians should be careful. When Wike was going at people in his own party, did he forget that at some point in the APC, they would tell him you're not a member of the APC? Because Fubara has joined the APC. And President Tinubu has played him out in the game. Guess what? Unknowingly, after he got the Supreme Court ruling that they did the local government elections again last year, he went to put most of the local government chairmen as APC members. He ensured they got in. The State House of Assembly defected to APC. The governor, APC. Wike, PDP. It's so easy to scheme him out. And that's why the likes of Jubala Bashir can challenge him and say, you are not in the party, you don't have a right to tell us what you do in the party. Yes, Wike can say, oh, you can't tell me that. Don't put your mouth in reverse politics. Say all sorts. But President Tinubu has strategically schemed it out. That's why they call him the Jagaban. I don't agree with President Tinubu on many things, but on this, he has shown he's the political Jagaban. He has schemed him out. So Wike can go ahead with his local government home. But what Wike forgets is, yes, you will say the local government chairmen they are loyal to you, right? But they are in the APC. Most of them, I think save for one or two that PDP won. Majority of them are in the APC. So it's been schemed out. President Tinubu choose to work with Fubara, and that's why Bashir said that he could resign. So the question is, will Wike now want to fight back and go against the grain and fight the federal might? As in he wants to get a candidate to challenge Fubara? It might be a game up for him. This might be the beginning of the end of these fights. On this, like they say on the streets, President Tinubu 200, Wike 0.
All right, let's be honest. We all know what's happening with Yoson Wike and Sin Fubara. And there's a saying that explains this moment perfectly. When the gods wants to destroy you, they first make you mad. Because what we are watching now isn't strategy anymore. It's panic. Our biggest political relevance is coming to an end, and I think he knows it. It's what's driving the threat, the noise, and the constant war. So let's rewind. Fubara wasn't a godfather, wasn't a political warlord, wasn't even a career politician. He was a technocrat. He was a finance man. Wike picked him, bought the ticket, ran the campaign, controlled the structure. Fubara didn't campaign, didn't spend his money, didn't build the base. The plan was simple, a perfect puppet. But power has a mind of its own. The moment Fubara became governor, reality hit. He was a governor who couldn't approve more than 30 million naira without clearance from Abuja. The governor whom his commissioners are loyal to someone else. The governor, his House of Assembly, is answering to the former governor. That wasn't governance, that was humiliation. So Fubara pushed back. and Rivers State became a battlefield. Cabinet wars, assembly crisis, parallel legislations, courtroom shoppings, Port Harcourt versus Abuja, demolition of assembly complex, impeachment threat, security agencies dragged in. It stopped being politics. It became outright obsession. Then came the Supreme Court judgment, then the ultimatums, then impeachment notice, then emergency rule. But here is what Wike didn't plan for. Fubara didn't collapse. Instead, he adapted. And this is where Wike got outmaneuvered. While Wike was fighting from the shadows, Fubara made the boldest move of all. He crossed over to the All Progressive Congress. Not quietly, not apologetically. He walked in loudly, planting himself firmly on Bola Ahmed Tinubu's mandate. That single move changed the chessboard. Suddenly, Wike was no longer the bridge between Rivers State and the center. Suddenly, the president had another option, and suddenly, Fubara was no longer isolated. That defection didn't just protect Fubara, it stripped Wike of leverage. Now, let's say the part many people avoid. Wike has made a career out of crossing allies, and he's firmly running out of them. He tried to double-cross Hope Uzodinma by backing Samuel Anyanwu behind closed doors. That move didn't just offend Uzodinma, it united APC governors against him. That was a turning point, and it wasn't the first bridge he burned. Wike clashed with Atiku Abubakar, humiliated Patience Jonathan, destroyed ties with Rotimi Amaechi, sidelined Peter Odili, fought Uche Secondos out of relevance, went to war with Peter Obi. These were not small names, these were ladders. Men and women who gave him cover, legitimacy and access. He stepped on every single one. Then he committed the biggest political sins of all. He single-handedly destroyed the PDP. He stripped the party of structure, discipline, and soul. What he left behind wasn't a party. It was carcass and chaos. Now look at the irony. The man who once ruled Rivers State like an emperor is now exposed. No unified base, no guaranteed future. He's inside an APC government, but not truly APC. Fighting APC governors, fighting party secretary, issuing threats, drawing red lines everywhere. That's not power, that's desperation. And here's a final truth many don't want to confront. From the writings on the wall, Tinubu will show no mercy. He rewards usefulness, not noise. Once you become a liability, sentiment disappears. Wike built his career on raw power, but raw power without alliance doesn't survive. When the devil fell from heaven, he had nowhere else to go but to dwell among his fallen demons. That's where Wike is heading, politically isolated, surrounded only by the wreckage he created. This is no longer about Fubara. It's about a man watching his relevance fade in real time. Wike hasn't fallen yet, but the plummet has started and he knows it. Peace.
What happens if Wike joins the party tomorrow?
He will be given a position. There will be a seat for him. If he decides to join, he will be placed accordingly.
Will he replace Fubara?
No way. He will certainly be under Fubara.
But do you think he will agree to be under Fubara?
That's a choice for him. Right? If you follow, you will be followed. But if you don't follow, nobody is going to follow you. When he was the governor, he was followed. Now that he's not the governor, he must follow. You cannot carry the position of leadership after vacating the seat.
But you know, he always gets what he wants. Wike probably he will move for is it alteration or changing of the APC constitution to now say maybe if you had served and then you are still agile and all that, you know, politicians can do anything.
Well, I think you are not being fair to Wike. You want us to revisit his encounter with that naval officer, where he tried to get what he wanted and he didn't get what he wanted. So I don't want us to go there so that we don't overflog the issue. But certainly he does not get what he wants all the time. There are times when if you go against the let down regulations, you cannot get what you want. And as a lawyer, he knows better. Because the first article of the Constitution, I'm not a lawyer, but I know the first article of the Constitution. It says everything and everyone within the Federal Republic of Nigeria is not supreme over the Constitution, which means the Constitution is supreme over everyone. And the Constitution has spelled out positions hierarchically. It has spelled out roles. So you cannot come and impose yourself above that which was prescribed by the Constitution. He is a lawyer, he knows better. The Constitution recognizes the position of a governor, The Constitution recognizes the position of the president. It recognizes the position of a leader.
But we are beginning to see a situation whereby political leaders deal with the Constitution at their convenience. Look at the recent issue around the tax reform, and many other things. So will you blame people like Wike who believed? Because he said as soon as Fubara, for instance, has his ways, he is buried. But he concluded himself, meaning that crisis is brewing heavily in Rivers State. Are you not worried looking at the voter strength of Rivers? And by the time now Wike is not satisfied with the current arrangement, probably you will not get the votes that the president expects to get from Rivers.
Yes, I will not be happy, particularly because I don't want to attend his funeral. But
Wike's funeral?
Yes, I don't want to.
Not the president's funeral?
Certainly it's not going to be the president's funeral, because the president didn't say if someone wins, he will be buried. But he said if Fubara wins, he's going to be buried, but conditionally, politically, he said. So I think he is not talking about a real
life situation.
Yes, so politically, he said he will be buried politically. Okay, I don't have the right to vote in Rivers. I don't have any special interest in Rivers other than the victory or success of my party. So whatever happens, my wish is that the APC wins in Rivers, and I believe it is going to win because it is working assiduously day and night to see to it that it galvanizes the opinions of the people of Rivers in such a way that they will vote for it. I am confident we are going to win. Whether that win will result in the political death of Wike is another thing which I don't want to see. I want Wike to remain alive politically so that we can have more political entertainments, even if without the brigandage. I want a polished entertainment so that we keep the body politics active, So as a lawyer, I look forward to seeing more finesse in the way he does his things. I don't like the way he does things with brigandage. It is not in tandem with the teachings of law. Most lawyers have this arrogance. They say they are learned. I always find that insulting. All those
are you saying he's not learned the way he's behaving?
I want to say he is not that learned in law, because decorum is one of the things that is expected of a lawyer. They always show themselves as fine gentlemen.
And he don't behave as such.
His attitudes, his utterances are in conflict with that. I don't know whether there is that categorization, but definitely the way he does his things conflicts with what lawyers say they are told to do things, because they are learned. They are learned. They will always tell you we are learned. And if you are learned, you should be seen if you are.
Wike is making it look like Rivers State belongs to him and him alone. So he pulls the strings. He can do anything and nothing go happen. He's making it look like a monarchy. We say just carry person put for stool. And I blame Rivers people for actually creating a god from Wike. How can you say no second chance for a sitting governor? If he decides to run, the people of Rivers State should determine his fate, not you, FCT minister. But guess what? Now some of you nice go help and go fight Arise TV yesterday. Now they make Wike look say he be God. How can you open your mouth with your voice saying no second chance for Fubara? Now you get Rivers State. Does Rivers State belongs to you? I remember Amechi was so powerful in Rivers State that time that he thinks that anything he go do will come to pass. So anything he do, he go do him. Where is Amechi today? Before Amechi, there was a Peter Odili. Before Peter Odili, there were other leaders. Where are they today? They play God and let Rivers State continue to cheer you up. Let's see how you go live forever.
Come back to the channel. So Rivers politics, it has now turned into a personal battlefield between Nyesom Wike and Governor Fubara. And the biggest losers I'm seeing here is just the people of Rivers State. What should be governance has now been reduced to ego, control, and endless power play. Because now Nigerians are no longer confused about what is happening. They are just tired. And lots of people are saying Wike should just leave Rivers politics alone and just focus on his role as a federal minister. But do you think Wike can do that? Because he cannot continue to act like Rivers is still his private estate. No, that's wrong. You are not a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for crying out loud. You are not the governor of Rivers State. Yet, every political crisis in the state has their fingerprints all over it. Starting from the House of Assembly crisis to party infighting. And it keeps looking like governance must pause until Wike is satisfied. I feel that's not leadership, that's just political obsession. If Wike truly believes in democracy, he should allow Fubara to govern, succeed or fail on his own terms. We also heard that man was suspended recently before he was reinstated. And at the end of the day, he had to even change party. We all know that he's not innocent in this mess. Because a lot of people expected him to rise above Wike's shadow and prove he's man on his own. Instead, this his recent defection to APC has actually raised serious questions about his political integrity and intentions. And now I think he's now the party chairman of APC in Rivers State. So this move looks like it's more of a strategy, and I don't know, it's just like desperation for protection. I don't know what this man is doing, but he's the only one that can tell us what he's up to. Because by defecting, Fubara handed APC members a reason to rally around him. And this is not because he weakens Wike. Rivers people are now watching their states become a chessboard for national political interest. Fubara was elected on the platform of PDP, and many voters, they actually feel betrayed. You cannot preach loyalty and stability today, then switch sides tomorrow because the pressure is too much. Leadership is tested in moments of crisis, not comfort. And if every governor defects when challenged, I feel ideology and voter choice will now mean nothing. On the other hand, APC members are actually supporting Fubara now. And I feel this thing they are doing is not out of love for Rivers State. They are just enjoying the opportunity to embarrass Wike politically. And this is not about development, security, or economic growth. It's about who controls Rivers and who loses. That's just it. So both Wike and Fubara, they need to pause and reflect. Because Rivers State is bigger than personal pride, all this that godfatherism they are doing up and down, or party rivalry. A lot of people are watching, and I feel it's becoming annoying at this point. So Rivers people, they deserve a good government, and this is not what they need. Well, what's the take on this? Do you think Wike is going to back down? Please do let me know what you think in the comment section. And if this is your first time joining my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.